First time. Okay, cool. This is so exciting. Firstly, welcome if you are first time in my world. I'm really excited to introduce you to shadow work today. To give you like a little bit about me and my journey with shadow work. Shadow work has absolutely changed my life. It's the only personal development I do for the past 8 years. I used to do like trauma work, love and light work, somatics work, and while that absolutely relieved a lot of my patterns temporarily, it never actually got to the root. I was still self sabotaging. I was still binge eating. I was still dating really toxic men. I was still attracting unhealthy relationships. I still held a lot of resentment towards my mum. I really struggled to forgive people. And the worst thing was, I had succumbed to my diagnosis of PTSD and having chronic fatigue. So I was not successful. I didn't have a lot of money. I was living week to week. I was a single mom of two, and my electricity was getting cut off every 3 months because of non-payment. So to even my life now, I'm living in a multi-million dollar home. I have two eight-figure companies, and I've married the love of my life. I have never had to look at, the price of a menu in the past like 5, 6, 7 years. So my life has like drastically changed. And that is the power of shadow work. And that is the power of the work that I'm going to introduce to you today. And I'm going to take you through an incredible shadow work process today that I actually took my husband through the exact process that him and I took, but I've just kind of changed it a little bit for you guys to make it more generic. But we actually took ourselves through this process when he had 700 Instagram followers, and then 6 months later, he now has 122,000. He had 700 Instagram followers. So like this process is like absolute powerhouse for self-sabotage. It's absolute powerhouse for people who self-sabotage on their goals or anyone who fears their goals. And I'm going to assume everyone here self-sabotages. Like we all self-sabotage. But what I'm going to like just really encourage you guys to do is be open to the shadow work process that I'm going to guide you through today. It is fucking gnarly. I'm just going to preface that. It is really gnarly. It is super confrontational. It can be hard to see, but it is the most relieving, freeing, and most expansive thing when you actually see why you keep self-sabotaging. Like I'm talking like life-changing. You won't be able to unsee what you see. Like it will actually change you at the core forever. So I'm really, really excited for that. And I'm going to get into a little bit about how this call is going to go, and then we're going to dive straight in. So, I'm Felicity Morgan. For those that are new, I'm going to be your shadow work coach today. And we're going to have some really tough conversations, ones that I doubt a lot of you have had because most coaches are really scared, and therapists, psychologists are scared to have these conversations, even though they're having them behind the scenes. A lot of people are scared to have them because it calls people forward. It ultimately does. And that can be really, really scary to call people out because a lot of people struggle to be called out, right? They get defensive, they want to commit to their victimhood. And it is easy to coach people and be like, oh, like it's because of your mom, it's because of your dad, and poor you. And, you went through a lot. It's okay. Like it's actually easy as a coach and therapist to have that type of language with a client. Where it's actually really hard and takes a lot of fucking guts is seeing a client and hearing their bullshit and being like, hey, I know that happened to you, but you're choosing this, right? That's a really difficult conversation. 99% of the self-help industry is scared to have that. And I know that because they have been clients of mine who are terrified to say that to their clients. I'm not scared to say that. So this might be quite polarizing, the processes that I take you through, but I promise you, you're probably not going to get them anywhere else. And if you stay with it, even when you feel defensive, when it feels annoying, when you want to make me the problem, you want to exit out of this Zoom and unfollow me, right? If you just stay with it, I'm not asking you to believe it, but you just sit with it and feel that uncomfortable energy and just get curious. Maybe this is true. That's all I'm asking of you today. I guarantee you're going to leave this Zoom a complete different person, even if you're open to it this much. Okay. Um, okay. So before we get into that, there's also going to be a huge giveaway today that I'm going to be giving one person a lifetime membership to my work. Like lifetime membership. As long as you're alive, you're going to get a lifetime membership to my work. As long as I'm alive, as long as you're alive, we're going to be doing shadow work every single day together, which is absolutely incredible. But we have a few little rules. Okay. So the first rule is you're going to have to stay on the call. And the second rule is all you need to do is post on your Instagram stories that you are live today, and you can share whatever you want. And then just tag me. So on Instagram, I am Felicity Morgan, and that you're live on the call. Make sure that you're public, and you can't post then delete. Okay. You have to commit to having it on for 24 hours. So, and you have to be on the call when we announce. So if you can stay, for the duration of the call, then you're going to obviously get a chance to win that lifetime membership. And like, that's amazing. It's worth thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, which is incredible. Okay. Then what's going to happen is I'm going to firstly chat for about 20 minutes. And my goal for that is to manipulate you. I'm actually going to try to manipulate you for 20 minutes. And that's not a negative thing, it's actually a really positive thing. I'm going to try to manipulate you out of a lie that you've been telling yourself for probably your whole life, or it might be 5 years, 10 years, maybe as long as you've been in the love and light trauma world. And that's pretty much my goal for the next 20 minutes, is to manipulate you in a positive way. I'm going to get you from A to B, and where you're currently at is probably not the best space to be in. And I'm going to get you into a better place. So if you can be open to my suggestions, you're going to get a lot of value from today. And then after about 20 minutes, I'm going to take you through my favorite shadow work process that destroys self-sabotage. Whenever I do this, I always it's always a huge wake-up call. I did this process again. Those who have been following me, I've recently just lost 9 kilos after just a really brutal year in regards to like IVF and a fertility journey that I ended up putting on a lot of weight. That started because of a hormone problem, but then ended and sustained because of my own bullshit. But I took myself through this shadow work process before I went on a body transformation journey, and I've lost 9 kilos in just over 2 months. And I haven't self-sabotaged once. Through Christmas, through losing my dad. I lost my dad 6 weeks ago, unfortunately. And I've stayed on track physically, mentally, emotionally. So like this process really fucking works. So I really recommend you being open to that. Then after that process, I'm going to be doing a Q&A. So if you've been wanting to get coached by me and getting your questions answered, we're going to have an opportunity for that as well. And then we're going to close up the call, and we are going to love each other and then leave each other. Does that sound really good? Thank you guys about your condolences. Appreciate it so much. Okay. Is everyone excited? Is anyone a little bit nervous? A little bit scared about seeing their shadows? Yeah. Haley's like, yeah, I fucking am. Okay, cool. Let's do it. Okay. I'm really excited. I need that lipstick. I can't stop staring. Oh, that's amazing. It's my favorite. It's MAC. Um, okay, let's get into it. Today, I'm going to delete, challenge, and go up against one of the biggest fucking lies in the personal development industry. Like, I don't think I've ever heard anyone go up against this because it's so ingrained. Like everyone speaks about it, right? Everyone speaks about it. And one coach probably sold this to you, maybe a therapist, maybe a psychologist, maybe it was even a friend who's in personal development. And then you sold this lie to others, right? And you told everyone else, this is the reason why you self-sabotage. This is the reason why you don't have your goals. This is why your business isn't thriving. This is why you're wanting to lose weight, but you're still not happy within your body. And then it's also one you probably right now truly believe. Like I actually believe 90% of people right now would still, you probably said this narrative in the past week, 100%, right? So it's going to be something that like I'm going to be going up against all of you guys that probably like, I actually believe this to be true. And I'm probably the only person on this Zoom call that currently believes 100% it's not true. So this is obviously a big thing. Okay. This lie does something very dangerous, very dangerous, because it doesn't just distract you from a huge problem that no one's addressing, but it also keeps you as a paying customer in a lot of spaces working on something that doesn't actually exist. It doesn't actually exist. In all my time as a coach, when I've actually done shadow work on people who say that they've had this, not one person has then been like, oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, like that's not true. They've always been like, fuck, that was a lie. Not one person out of the 11,000 people I've coached in my nearly 8 years of doing this work, shadow work only, I've never had someone who's been coached by me after actually said, no, I still believe this lie. Is that crazy? Like, that's actually crazy, right? So, some of you are going to hate me for calling this out. You're going to get defensive. You're going to get angry. You're going to say, well, my situation is different because this happened to me. I know it's true. Like you're going to get defensive and get angry, and you're probably going to unfollow me after today's call, and that's completely cool. And I fully get that. Because I don't think I've ever heard anyone challenge this narrative before, so it's going to feel new. But some of you will feel relieved that finally you no longer need to helplessly dedicate all your fucking time to working on something that is just a load of shit, a thing that has been sold to you by the personal development industry to keep you in an endless cycle of working on something that doesn't actually exist. So if you are the one who gets defensive, I'm not asking you to believe everything I say, but I'm asking you to just get curious that potentially this could be true. That potentially this could be true, right? That's how we grow, right? Not always being fully persuaded by others, but being open to potentially a different perspective. Because if that lie, believing that lie was serving you, none of you guys would be self-sabotaging right now. You'd have all your dreams, right? If this lie, and when I say what it is, you guys are gonna be like, I guarantee not one of you will say that you don't resonate with it in some level or have. If that was what we need to work on, everyone would be freed of it, because everyone here does personal development, right? You've done some level of personal development. You're doing the work. I don't think there's anyone here that's never done personal development. And if you haven't, congratulations on diving into shadow work first. You are an incredible human. But this is a lie, ultimately. So, what is that lie? What is that lie? Can anyone guess what the lie is? What is the lie? Okay, I'm reading the chat box. I'm not good enough. Trauma. That we can't get everything we want. I'm okay. I have no contract, childhood trauma, fear of potential. I can't follow through, fear of success, indulging in your wounds. Everyone's doing the best they can. I'm a victim. Okay, this is really good. Seems like you guys are all my vibes. The lie is that you have a fear of success. And that's your fucking problem. You don't. I shared this on my social media the other day. For a lot of you, that success, what does it look like? I'm curious, actually. Tell me in the chat box. Is the success having a family? Meeting the partner of your dreams? Is it making $1 million? Is it becoming famous? Is it blowing up? Like, be specific, right? Not freedom, not being happy. I want you, what is the, like, that's just so vague. What's success to you right now, right? What's success? Being able to make and keep money, not needing to work a 9 to 5, living from my art. Oh, that's cool. $10,000 a month, $1 million in the bank. Okay, cool. Money, love, full book of clients, make and bank. Okay, cool. If I said to you, all you need to do is stay on this call for 6 minutes and I will grant all of that for you, would anyone leave this call? Are you scared? Is anyone running? Okay, no one's left the Zoom call yet. Why? None of us have a fear of success. If I could hand you everything you wanted with no effort, saying you don't have to do anything in 6 minutes, no effort is required from you, and I'm going to give you every single thing that you fucking want, none of you would leave this call. None of you. You'd be so grateful. You'd be like, that's all my dreams come true. Would you self-sabotage it afterwards? Maybe, but you're not scared of it. You don't fear it, right? So that's a very good, like, even that, who's already started to delete that lie where it's like, oh, fuck, that's actually true. Why have I been focusing on that it's a fear of success? It's a lie that I'm telling myself, right? We're going to get into why you're lying and what the actual truth is and what is underneath the fear of success and what's actually true. And it's going to blow your fucking mind. And it's going to make so much sense. So much sense. Right? So much sense. Okay. So, for the next hour or so, I'm not just going to challenge you on this to free you of this, but I'm going to teach you what it is instead. This changed my life, like literally changed my life. And if you stay open to it and stay to the end of the call, you're going to be shocked with how relieved, motivated, and open-minded you will be at the end of this call. Okay? Let's get into it. Okay? Oh, someone to write, I don't fear success. I fear visibility, judgment, persecution, social, family, and benefit. Okay, cool. You need to stay on the end of this call. This is going to be good. I'm going to explain to you what it actually is. Because that still positions you as a victim. I fear visibility, judgment. It's not taking responsibility for why you're self-sabotaging. So, fear of success is a strategic lie. It's not a psychology book. It's not a thing that exists within you. It's not a tangible thing. It's not this, right? It's a language choice you highly benefit from. And it's probably something that you picked up from the personal development industry. Like you didn't come out of the womb going, I have a fear of success, right? Like no one had that language until they came into the personal development world, right? So it's been a language choice. A language choice that we benefit from. And you use it, well, we use it because it sounds deep, it sounds self-aware and conscious, and it removes the need to not look at our behavior. Let that land for a second. If you say I have a fear of success and that's why my business is not thriving, that's why I don't adhere to my goals, no one then goes, yeah, but you sleep in every day, but you also don't post on social media for your business, but you also don't exercise every day. That's why you haven't lost weight. Like no one says that, right? It's just, I have a fear of success. You become the victim. There's something happening to you versus you choosing it. The moment you say, I fear success, the conversation stops. Completely stops. No one asks why you didn't show up, why you didn't follow through, why you keep starting and stopping, and how you're responsible for your self-sabotage. No one questions you. Actually, they feel sorry for you. Right? It's no different someone having a fear of being like, claustrophobic or a fear of heights. Would you ever drag someone up to a tower who's got a fear of heights? I wouldn't. Would you? You would feel like a monster for doing that. When we say that something is a fear, we're manipulating other people to be like, don't look here. It removes the need to look at our behavior. Now, I'm just asking you guys, as I continue on, because I'm going to get a little bit more gnarly, to not defend. I don't want to hear any defensiveness, even if you don't believe what I have to say. This call is purely to be open to a different perspective. That's all I want to hear, right? So if you can be open To that, that's all I'm asking, guys. So I don't want to hear defensiveness in the chat. You can keep on to the fear of success if you want to. It only serves you, right? Just be open to what I'm about to say. Fear language shuts down scrutiny and any form of responsibility for your results. When you blame fear for your behavior, self-sabotage is happening to you and you're the poor little victim versus seen as you creating it, isn't it? It's like it's happening to you. I have a fear of success. I have a fear of that versus I'm choosing to self-sabotage that. See the difference? One's poor little victim, broken bird, I'm fragile, I can't, da 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 da. And then the other is self-responsible grown adult who actually achieves their goals because they take responsibility for their results. Okay. And just an FYI, we're going to be doing Q&As at the end. So any questions, just save it to the end. What happens is instead of people looking at you and seeing your behavior and seeing how you're operating, they feel sorry for you, don't they? They feel sorry for you. Instead of people asking questions, they give you sympathy. Instead of people seeing you as things like lazy, unmotivated, dishonest, unreliable, negative, which if you aren't achieving your goals right now, you are all that. We are all that. Everyone has the ability to be lazy, unmotivated, dishonest, unreliable, all that. All of us are. And if you can't see that in yourself, that's a huge problem that we need to start addressing. Right? That shows to me that you're so deep in victimhood that everyone else is the problem besides you. I've never met someone who doesn't achieve their goals that truly is giving it everything. Never. Like, I've just never seen it. Right? I've never ever seen it. What's worse in all this is this sympathy that comes with the fear of success, this narrative that we have, and relief of escaping accountability for our choices and our habits and our behavior has become a huge addiction in the personal development world. Huge addiction. Huge addiction. It's why most people are now manipulated to only self-affirm their good parts because everyone is so sensitive to see where potentially there's a weakness within them. Like we've become extremely fragile birds, right? We have to self-love ourselves to greatness instead of the good old addressing our weaknesses, right? Which is what mature people do. As adults, we take responsibility for harm that we're doing to ourselves and harm that we're doing to others. This is why you see so many people working on these fears. Like I know so many people, but they have zero change. Who's been working on this fear for years? Like I'm actually curious in the chat box. Like who's run that narrative, this fear of success for like years, months, years, decades? What is it? Izzy, yes, since 2018, 10 years. Okay, cool. And what have you been sold how to fix it? I'm curious. This is interesting, Brooke. Me and I've got the dream relationship, and now I keep self-sabotaging because it's not actually what it is. Um, what have you been sold is a way to fix it? Nervous system work. Trauma never leaves you fully. Therapy, nervous system work. Compassion. Go deeper. Remember I'm worthy. um, believing you're worthy. Okay. So yes, I have had around 8 years set smart goals. Okay, so pretty much all of you. And has this worked so far? Okay, it hasn't worked for anyone. Okay. Slowly, slowly, partially. Okay, so we're not that sold on that being obviously the answer. So I'm excited to offer you another way. So when we're hiding behind these fears, instead of proactively working on the parts of ourselves that would actually make us successful, We never take responsibility for them, therefore nothing changes, sorry. And what's interesting, who notices the fear always gets blamed on society? I even saw someone in the chat box. I fear judgments from others. Okay, it's cool. You're blaming your brother. You're blaming your dad. You're blaming people who are watching your stories for your inaction. It always gets blamed on others. Society, our parents, the kid that bullied us in fucking year five, our siblings, people that are watching our Instagram stories, okay? We blame them for this magical, invisible fear that they apparently put inside of us that made us stop going after the things that we want in our life. Like we make out like these people entered into our bedroom and held us down on the bed and been like, don't fucking move, right? Like when you think about what you're saying, you feel a bit silly. You're like, this is a bit stupid, right? Like you see the victimhood. Who can start seeing the victimhood already? It's like, okay, cool. Like even once again, I saw many comments of like, I'm scared of judgment. No, you're not. And I'm going to explain to you what you're scared of. You're not scared of judgment, right? You're scared of how you're going to respond to that judgment. You're scared that you know if you get judged, you're going to stop going after your goals. That's a you thing. It's not them. That is a you thing, an absolute you thing. Why wouldn't you then work on your relationship to people judging you? People are never going to stop judging you. That is not the problem. The problem is never judgment. It's the lack of what we haven't yet built in ourselves, which is shadow work. Shadow work is all about, to simplify it, is building parts within yourself that you need to survive and thrive in life. That is simply what it is. Simply what it is. You don't fear judgment. You don't fear visibility. Oh, fucking the visibility thing. Like, once again, no one had that narrative until I would say the past 4 years. That's become a trend. It was never a thing 10 years ago. It was never a thing. People took ownership. People don't take ownership these days for why they're not actually moving. And also, can I just say, a fear of visibility is a privilege. Some people can't afford to have that fear. I know when I was a single mum of two, not being able to afford my electricity, I couldn't have that fear. I needed to provide for my children. I needed to show up online. I needed to sell my courses. I needed to sell my work. If you have a fear of visibility, that's a privilege. It's a fucking privilege. A lot of people don't have that privilege. They have to get to work. They have to show up. They have to put in the work. They don't have a choice. Fear of success is a very smart reframe. It reframes inactivity as something happening to you, feel like happening to you instead of something that you're doing. It's a very strategic way to keep our self-image as someone who follows through on what they said they were going to do. It's like, I fear success instead of being like, I don't follow through. I say I'm going to post on Instagram for my business and I don't. That's the honest conversation, isn't it? Right? It is such victim language. It's bullshit. It is absolute bullshit. And I'm going to tell you exactly how this shows up. When you remove the fear of success, that stupid little narrative, you have to have a really honest conversation with yourself, don't you? Because if you can't blame them, you can't blame Auntie Katie watching your Instagram stories and speaking to Uncle Bob about it. When you can't blame anyone else, right? You can't blame visibility wounds. Oh my gosh, the visibility thing. When you can't blame anyone else, who's left to have a conversation with? Ourselves. And that's where truth comes to the table. And when truth comes to the table, an honest conversation can happen. And when an honest conversation can happen, growth can happen. Think about anything that you've achieved in your life. It was from being honest with yourself, right? Like when you really think about it, and I say this all the time, think about anything, like any pattern or habit. Like who's like quit smoking or stopped alcohol or stopped binge eating? Anyone here? If you're really honest, it was from having an honest conversation with yourself, wasn't it? Like calling yourself out. It wasn't from anything else. You had to take responsibility that you were choosing it. No one was putting the cigarette in your mouth, right? No one was making you drink. You had to take full blown responsibility for yourself. Why don't we apply that then to every single other area of our life? Why aren't we applying that to our goals? I'm telling you guys, this self-love movement is keeping you consciously thinking that you're working on yourself, but you're just blaming people in a more like spiritualized way. So I'll have a client and they will say to me something like, and this is often because I've got a shadow work mastermind and we meet multiple times a month and I coach people directly like one on one. And the amount of people who will say like, like they might be at 50K months, 10K months, it doesn't really matter. And they'll say, I want to get it to X. And they say things like, but I have a fear of success. Like I feel like I have a fear of success. And once I ask a few questions, we realize it's not a fear of success. They just haven't been doing the things that would actually grow a business. Like they haven't sent an email out in 3 months. They haven't posted on Instagram in 2 weeks. Their content actually fucking sucks and they need to learn a skill. Like it's really basic stuff, right? Really, really basic stuff. And the reason why they didn't create content to post or do the email is because they chose Netflix instead. Like it's actually really simple. But if I allowed, accepted, and fueled that narrative that they have a fear of success, I wouldn't then be focusing on the client's behavior, would I? I would be going into this bullshit narrative that they fear success. And what I might do instead of getting them reflective on how they actually can change this pattern, I'd be spending time clearing this block. I don't know, right? But shortly after the call, this habit of the behavior would remain because it's deeply ingrained. It's a habit, right? It's deeply ingrained. It's not going anywhere. This is where and why I want you guys to all ground back into more simple work. There is a new methodology or a new modality for every single thing now. And self-sabotage, I would say, is more prominent now than it was 50 years ago. 100%. 100%. Right? 100%. This lie makes you a liar, not just to others, because you're saying to everyone that you've got this fear of success instead of being like, I'm lazy. I don't get up at 7 a.m. to train when I say I'm going to. I always press the snooze alarm. I'm meant to be working on my business for 4 hours a day and I procrastinate and I sit on Instagram. Right? We lie to ourselves and we lie to others. And it makes you become someone who is completely allergic to self-responsibility, like completely allergic. It's always someone else's fault. It's always, I have a fear of rejection. I have a fear of visibility. I have. There's no I do. I am procrastinating. I'm choosing Netflix. I'm binge eating at night. I'm scrolling. I'm choosing to stalk people online and compare myself. See, that's self-responsible. It's always, I have a fear of rejection. I have visibility. Like it's all victimhood. Like, are you guys starting to see the difference? Staying in that victimhood narrative actually serves no one, but it does get you to just pay a lot of fucking Reiki healers, kinesiologists to clear blocks that aren't even fucking there. It's true. I've done it. I've been there and done it. Not saying that these things can't relieve things and move through things, but if you expect that, if you expect to sit on your ass and someone to do an energy clearing session on you and that to just change everything and you've got no effort from you, you just fucking sit there, right? And you're expecting that, I'm going to tell you, you're lazy and you're not going to go far in life. It's true. And you all know it. If we expect personal development to be us sitting there while a coach energy clears us, and that to be the only work you got to do, you pay $110 session, they do their thing, and then you go make $10 million. You know, never self-sabotage again, and nothing is required from you. You're going to end up having a very miserable life. Things might be temporarily good, but long term, that self sabotage will always rear its ugly head. Someone even mentioned before that they got their dream relationship through the inner work, but now their self sabotage is coming out because they never actually got to the core. So you temporarily might get it through manifestation and being the vibe and being the energy. But if you don't look at your shadowy behaviors, your self destruction, your self sabotage, it will always come out because the shadow always wins. Always wins. I'm going to give you another example. I'm going to go a bit off cuff. It might put us an extra 5 or 10 minutes over time, but I feel like I want to do it. Who resonates with procrastination? Who resonates with procrastination? You just put your hand up. You don't need to put in the chat box if you don't want to. Everyone, like I can resonate with it. Yeah, cool. We all resonate with it. And it feels impossible to fucking get rid of, doesn't it? Like you sometimes can only catch yourself until you're like 45 minutes deep into procrastination. Yeah. Procrastination isn't about not knowing what to do. We say it is, and it's not because you fear success. People say like who believes that they like who's been told they procrastinate because they fear success, right? It's a lie once again that we're sold to continue to work on things that don't even exist. But we know what action would move the needle. Like if you sat with it for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 40 seconds, and you just like use your brain, you would know what action you would need to take, right? You know what you need to do next. But procrastination and the narrative that you're a procrastinator is maintained by you because it works. It gives you an explanation for your stagnation, a reason for your laziness, an escape from accountability for your unmotivated behavior, and relief from putting in effort. Even that is a bullshit thing. I'm a procrastinator. No, you just don't get shit done. You say you're going to do things and you don't follow through. You're a liar. You're dishonest. You're unreliable. That's an honest conversation. But where people struggle with that, they can't have honest conversations without like shaming themselves because they don't want the accountability. I speak about this all the time. If you shame yourself when you have an honest conversation with yourself, you are self-obsessed. And you need to grow up. As adults, we need to be able to have honest conversations with ourselves. You will never have a healthy relationship with someone if every single time someone calls you forward, you become a victim and go, poor me, I'm a self-sabotager. And what you need to be doing is going, wow, that hurt you. I can see how I'm doing that. That's causing harm to you. I'm going to fix that. Right? People who actually care about harm they're doing to themselves and harm they're doing to others don't shame themselves. Right? When we're fully responsible and we don't want to hurt people and we actually sit in that, when we notice what we're doing, we actually want to change it. We actually want to change it. So if procrastination didn't serve you, you wouldn't keep choosing it and you wouldn't use that word, right? If it wasn't enjoyable, you wouldn't do it. And if it's not something that happens to you, it's something that you actively and consciously choose. So the honest conversation is instead of getting my work done, I choose to scroll on Instagram. Don't say it's procrastination because it's not. What's the real honest thing that happens? Like, think about when you procrastinate, what's the real honest thing that happens? Right? Yeah, you just can't be fucked doing it, scrolling, like all that stuff. It's not procrastination. Once again, like 50 years ago, we weren't saying that. But now we have all these love and light spiritualized words for things to avoid us having hard conversations with ourselves. Unfortunately, the love and light trauma world, and once again, I value that world, but it's become an absolute fucking monster, right? And people say they're way too long, it's meant to be for a season, has come up with a lot of new language to put the problems outside of us. But what happens when we do this? We also put the solutions outside of us. You can't not be the problem and then be the solution. Like it doesn't kind of work like that. They have to be in the same pool, right? They have to be in the same pool. It's impossible. It outsources power to 100% Corey. And this is how shadow work is completely different. Completely different. Shadow work is the process of finding the internal problem, not looking outside and being like fear of visibility, fear of rejection, fear of that stuff. Fear of Auntie Karen, like, no. But it's finding the internal problem, but then also finding the internal solution, which is full power. Because this is what I love about shadow work, you don't need anyone else. You don't. Actually, you could do this work without a one-on-one coach, 100%. If you get really good at shadow work, you won't even need a personal coach. There's no more paying for a Reiki healer. Once again, not saying that that's not valuable, but it becomes an activity that adds to you already working on your shit versus like needing it and like waiting for your Tuesday session and being like, I can't fucking move. I need my Reiki healer. Like it puts you in a very powerful position, a very powerful position. There's no more paying the energy coach, the somatics coach, the kinesiologist, the psychic, like all these things to thrive and succeed. Because all you need to do is get really good at having an honest conversation with yourself and then taking action on what you find. Okay. How's that feeling? We're going to go through a shadow work process. Now I'm going to ask everyone to grab a pen and piece of paper. And giving you guys a few seconds to do that. And I know that there's been quite a few questions in the chat box. We do have the Q&A at the end, and I'm going to make sure I stay on track for everyone. And make sure that everyone gets what they need today because this process is going to be quite brutal. So everyone get a piece of paper and pen. You can do it on your computer. Paper and pen is more of a vibe, but it's fine. And even just to add on this, and it's the only thing that only time I'm going to speak on this call just because I want to keep on track. Someone said about ADHD. I worked with thousands of people with ADHD that no longer procrastinate, but it's about taking responsibility that you get to improve, right? Instead of being like, I have ADHD, I can't focus, right? That's victimhood. It's like, okay, cool. If you do have that thing, if that is true, then give yourself frameworks and systems to be able to actually thrive. We actually have a whole month dedicated in my Shadow World app to people with ADHD. And there is hundreds of people, not last month, the month before when we ran it, and it's still there now, that no longer resonate with procrastination. Like it's incredible. So it's about not being a victim to it. A lot of people say, I can't focus because I have ADHD. It's like, no, you're not exploring ways to support yourself, right? It's victimhood. Okay, pen and piece of paper. I'm going to take you through a very brutal shadow work process. It's super gnarly, super brutal, but it's an incredible shadow work process. It is the exact one that I took my husband through. That got him from 700 followers to 122,000 in less than 6 months. Like he's literally blown up his Instagram. He also ended up making millions and millions of dollars in his business from that Instagram growth too. And it is a process that I did to blow up my social media and was a process that I just did when I wanted to go on my body transformation. And I lost nearly 10 kilos now, actually, in just over 2 months. Literally with just like good diet and working on my shit pretty much. Okay. You ready? So, the three desires fear of success actually gives you. I'm going to take you through three things. I'm going to introduce you to three concepts, three things that you're addicted to. You may find you have one that's more prominent. Cool. Everyone's different. And then after I introduce you to each topic, I'm going to give you a shadow work process to take you through afterwards. Okay. So, first one. Actually, can anyone guess what the first one is? Oh my God, that'd be so interesting. Anyone guess what the first one is? What is the thing that the addiction that we get from the fear of success? Anyone can guess it? Who's been reading my notes? Okay, it's sympathy. It is sympathy. The moment we call our self-sabotage fear, you get sympathy. Calling it fear of success turns inaction into something tragic happening to you instead of something that you're actively choosing. People soften around you, they reassure you, don't they? But you are good enough, but it's going to be okay. I'm going to have your back and I'm here for you. Like there's a lot of reassurance that comes with that. They stop pushing you, they feel sorry for you, they see you as insecure and internally struggling. Right? So, the shadow work in that. Let's figure out where you're choosing sympathy. Where you are choosing sympathy. I want you to answer this honestly, this one question. I'm going to put it into the chat box. And just reminding everyone, questions, there's going to be a Q&A at the end, where I'm not going to be scrolling up for questions. So if you want to save your questions, where they're going to get answered, make sure you do that. So I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to put it in the chat box. Where do you benefit from being seen as insecure, unsure, or working through something? Just sit with that. And I don't want to hear I don't knows in the chat box because you've sat on this for six seconds. If your answer comes after the live, cool, but let's just commit to finding the answer. Right? Where do you benefit from being seen as insecure, unsure, or working through something? AKA the fear of success. Where do you benefit from having this fear of success? Like, what kind of sympathy do you get from others? An example: who stops pushing you when you use that fear narrative? Like, who doesn't hold you accountable? Maybe it's your boss. Maybe it's your partner. Oh, it's okay, babe. You haven't grown your business in 6 years, even though we've put $300,000 into it. You've got a fear of success. Like, what? Who stops pushing you? Right? Who stops pushing you? Who lowers expectations? Who stops asking hard questions? Got one. Cool, everyone. This is good. No pressure, reassurance, less pressure. I don't have to show up because there's no pressure. Exactly. No accountability, getting financial help. It permits slowness from me. Okay, cool. My partner and family, you stay in the comfort zone. Exactly. There is a lot of sympathy that you get, right? And how do you benefit from that sympathy? Like even asking yourself, how are you benefiting from that sympathy? Where do you love it? I want you to ask the question, where do I love sympathy? We all do. And if you say that you don't, you're a liar. I enjoy when I'm sick and my partner makes a big deal of me. Who else does? I love it. If I don't admit that, then I'm going to perpetuate a cycle where I'm sick forever. I know. I'm going to purposely not heal because I'm getting attention from my partner. Even though it's the wrong kind of attention, I'm not going to heal. This is why a lot of people don't heal from the sicknesses because whether they want to admit it or not, they're getting sympathy. People don't want to give that up. It's a very good feeling. Excellent. Thank you for your self-honesty, Janine. It makes me feel taken care of. Excellent. Amazing. So I want you to sit in that for the moment where you're choosing sympathy because it benefits you. Can everyone see there's benefit to sympathy now? And if you're not seeing it yet, that's okay. That's called your ego, not wanting to see where you're actually choosing sympathy. We all value sympathy. We all love getting attention when we're hurt, right? So you're telling me if anyone who doesn't feel that's true for them, if you broke your leg today, would you want someone going, "Oh my God, are you okay? Oh, let's stop." Like, or you wouldn't. You would love it. We need it to survive, don't we? We need people to worry about us, right? We all love sympathy. But it's seeing where we take that too far, isn't it? It's seeing where it becomes a problem. It's seeing where it aids into self-sabotage. It's seeing where we go from loving sympathy, it's a fucking good thing, to becoming a victim and seeking it, holding on to problems because we fear letting go of those problems because we know it comes with sympathy. I'll give you an example. I, once upon a time, had to work through not growing my business because I wanted my mum to keep worrying about me. I feared if I succeeded, my mum wouldn't worry about me, if I'm honest. My wounding was my mum to worry about me because I felt that she didn't worry about me as a child. And I continued on and chose that and literally sabotaged my business, not this business now, my previous one, because a part of me, a sick part of me, but a very true and honest part of me, wanted the self-sabotage and didn't want it to succeed because I knew that she would stop giving me attention. She would worry about my sister more than me. There was competition going on. I was like, but I want the attention. I want her to worry about me, that I'm a single mom of two and I'm living week to week and I don't have a supportive co-parent that's helping out with the kid. Like, I wanted that narrative. But when you become a millionaire, the single mom of two narrative, like, no one really cares about. They're like, yeah, but you got money. Shut up. Right? There's a lot of stuff that people don't care about. You don't get sympathy for things that you usually would. Who resonates with the mum story? Maybe it's your dad. Maybe it's your partner. Maybe it's a sibling. You know? What is it for you guys? Who resonates with the mum stuff? Yeah. Yeah. That was so interesting for me when I saw that. I was like, fuck, that's true. That's real. Feel taken care of and supported by dad. Yes, and mum support. Yes. So interesting, isn't it? We want our struggles. We do. We all want our struggles. We all benefit from struggle. We all get more attention, and when we don't, we get mad. You know, we get upset. We get annoyed. Okay, next one. Someone actually said this, and I forget who said it. The next deep desire that we need to work on. Relief from accountability. Write it down. Relief from accountability. Everyone got it? Cool. The moment fear enters the story, responsibility and accountability exits, doesn't it? Like, you can't have a fear and saying that you fear something and being like, yeah, but I'm also like, accountability and responsibility just exits. It's no different to someone saying that they have a fear of heights. They don't say, yeah, but I also feel it. It's like, they're like, I have a fear of heights. I'm not going up there. It's very like definitive, ending, done. So I want you to even realize that when I let fear enter the story, and I even use that word, like, I'm sure who's going to delete that word after today? I fear. Yeah, it's fucking done. Responsibility and accountability cannot exist. It cannot exist. And when fear enters the story, no one asks why the work wasn't done, why the pattern keeps repeating, why months keep passing and you're not getting any results. Fear becomes the reason everything stalls and you're not being questioned for it. As long as fear is the issue, your behavior never has to be examined by you or anyone else. It's a diversion technique that you use so no one sees your behavior. When you say I have a fear of success, you know what's funny? No one needs to see that you're actually fucking lazy. They don't go, oh, they're a very lazy person. They never hand in their work on time. They go, oh, they're struggling with fear of success. It's been really hard on her. It's been a tough year. Like it's once again, it's so manipulative. And there's nothing wrong with that. We all have this part of ourselves, but it's about accepting and response. Like it's about accepting it, addressing it, and then working on it. And once again, the only way to work on that is through shadow work. Love and light work, trauma work does not get to the core of that. Anyone in shadow world right now can tell you that. You have to address it. So, where you escape accountability, let's go into the shadow work process for this. I want you to answer this. I'm going to put it in the chat box. Wait, let me get my notes. I've not looked at my notes in a little while. What responsibility disappears the moment that you say fear of success? What responsibility disappears the moment you might say, I say fear of success? What responsibility disappears? What actions are never questioned? What deadlines like quietly die and no one reminds you of? What standards get dropped? Cool, showing up, everyone's getting it. Active work, actually doing anything. Yep. The responsibility to take action. Okay. What responsibility disappears the moment that you say fear of success? What actions are never questioned? What standards get dropped? And even actually, what behaviors do you no longer need to look at? I want you to even create a list of all the behaviors you get relief from addressing. Like how much I look at my phone, how much time I spend, on FaceTime to my best friend instead of working on my business or my career. Like, what are some things that you do? How much I binge eat, how much, I watch Netflix when I could be working on myself, where I could be meditating, reading a book. Like, what things do you just like no longer need to address? Funny, it's called taking care of yourself. It's funny. Um, cool. If it's not too personal, what were yours with your fitness journey? We can do. We're gonna keep focused on the work right now. In a second, then we can do all the. How does fear of failure? Okay, there's still questions. We're gonna do that in the Q&A. Okay, accountability, the end all of it. Okay, cool. You guys are getting it. Okay. Even after this, I want you to create a list of all the behaviors that you get relief from addressing and being accountable for. Because when we say a fear of success, we're not actually examining our behaviors. We get relief from the accountability that we are the result. Our behaviors, our habits, our actions define the results that we get in our life. That is simply what it is. Every single person here right now, your current situation, whilst there could totally be things that happen to you, there's also people that have had the exact same thing happen who who are in a better situation than you, that have the exact same resources. Like we all have, there's always someone that represents getting through what we're currently going through and thriving, correct? There's always someone, right? And there's power in that because then we actually take responsibility for our lives. Okay, the next one. I think anyone's ever gonna get this one. There's one more. So can anyone guess it? So number three. Anyone guess what the third one is? If someone gets it, I'm actually just gonna get them a lifetime membership to Shadow World right now. Anyone get the third one? Like, fuck it. Charles is like, what are you doing? My team member online. But can anyone guess what the third one is? If someone gets it, like, I'm literally just gonna give a lifetime membership now, like bonus, and I'll give it to someone else at the end as well. I'm gonna give another 10 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, everyone stop writing. I'm gonna see if there's anyone who's got it. No, no one got it. Okay. Okay. The avoidance of facing your own inadequacy. People fear facing their weaknesses. Once again, the self-love, love and light world has fueled that because it's always look at your strengths, look how amazing you are, you're perfect just the way that you are, you're good enough, you're worthy, instead of addressing where you're actually not good enough in that area to get that result and building a fucking skill or working on yourself in order to achieve that. People don't go after their dreams because they fear having to face where they're potentially not good at something. This is a really difficult one to look at, but one of the most freeing. And if you do this and continue to practice this type of shadow work and don't just do it on this call and like you actually commit to this, I guarantee you that you'll kill self-sabotage in 30 days. I guarantee you. If you commit to it for 30 days, I guarantee you the self-sabotage will not exist. And this is why shadow work is so powerful because it forces you to address your weaknesses. And when you do shadow work regularly and commit to it, facing your weaknesses is no longer scary. You don't shame yourself for it. You're very neutral. You're like, oh yeah, like that does need that part of me does need to I need to work on that. Okay, cool. Like let's find the actions on how to do that. And it's a very neutral energy. It's a very neutral energy. Taking action forces a massive confrontation. And anyone who started up a business will tell you who's started up a business, started sharing themselves online, and you're like, fuck, I don't speak that well. Oh, fuck, I stutter. Oh, fuck, I speak too long. You know, I carry on. I don't say things like you do end up seeing, you're like, oh, fuck, I didn't even know that about myself. Right. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's how you relate to those things, right? Some people will be like, yeah, but like that's being hard on myself. It's like, no, you're only being hard on yourself because you're viewing it as in a shameful way instead of an opportunity to get better. When I first started sharing online, I started so much. I worked on it, but not from a space of I'm bad and wrong now. I can't share online now, but from a space of, oh, I'm totally worthy of sharing online now and I'm okay to work on myself. See how it's like neutral? Doesn't mean I'm not worthy of it now, but it means there's work to do. That's cool. That's exciting. Yeah, Rebecca, you can be kind to yourself and still want to improve. Where a lot of people, once again, I don't want to feel like I'm broken. It's like no one said that. It's how you're viewing it. We're saying be kind to yourself, but still call yourself forward and where you can improve. If you don't improve in life, you're dead. Life is about improving. It is about improving for yourself, for your family, for everyone around you. So, succeeding in life forces you to see your skill level. Anyone who's running a business right now, it does, doesn't it? You're like, oh, I'm not good at emails. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at creating Canvas slides. Like it forces you to see your skill level. Creativity, your ability to focus. It forces you to see your skill level, your discipline, your capacity to focus, your emotional maturity, your shadows, your lies, your bullshit. And it forces you to see all your weaknesses. Any super successful person will tell you success draws out the best in you, but it also highlights where you've got work to do. It just does. And there is nothing wrong with that. And if it feels like there's something wrong with that, it's because you shame yourself. That's a you thing. You need to fix that. You need to work on that. There is nothing wrong with addressing your weaknesses. It's not picking yourself apart. It's being an adult and having an honest conversation with yourself. We want other people to take accountability. Who wants their partner right now to take more accountability in their relationship? Everyone does, right? Because we all have more work to do, right? How about if they turned around and said, yeah, but I don't want to pick myself apart? You'd be like, it's not picking yourself apart. It's just being open to seeing where we can be better. But when it's ourselves, oh, but that's shaming myself. Oh, that means that's saying I'm broken. We don't see it's so interesting what we expect of others. But when it's ourselves, we're like, oh, yeah, but that's making out like I'm broken. I'm perfect the way that I am right now. It's like, it's just literally observing yourself in a neutral energy and seeing an opportunity to be better. It's not that deep, guys. It is not that deep. And who's had relationships end because their partner didn't take responsibility for really simple, stupid shit? Really simple. You're like, this is like, why are you making this like I'm attacking you? It's really simple. I'm just wanting our relationship to get better. It's no different to me right now going, hey guys, you have weaknesses. I just want you to get better. Right? It's no different. If you can bring that neutral energy that you're wanting other people to do when you're giving them criticism to yourself, then that's amazing and you're going to thrive. So confrontation is obviously brutal. You have to face what's underdeveloped, what you're avoiding building in yourself, and where you've got to still build a skill, maturity, follow through. You've got to become more honest and reliable. And calling it a fear of success lets you skip that ego death. It helps you avoid that self-inquiry that is needed to succeed. It keeps you delusional, right? In that love and light realm of I'm perfect how I am, and who I am now is a match for success. When that couldn't be further from the truth. Everyone knows right now what they're wanting out of life and who they're being on a day-to-day basis is a mismatch. Or is anyone still living in that delusion where it's like, no, I show up exactly worthy of $1 million. It's like, no, you don't. Otherwise you would have it. We all know that. Anyone who's done the goal that you have knows that you're lying to yourself about that. They know it. We need to grow in order to be a match for bigger things. Okay. So let's do the shadow work around that. Okay. So the shadow work around where you avoid your own weaknesses or inadequacy. The part that no one wants to look at. Okay. So I want you to finish this sentence. I'm going to put it in the chat. If I took full action, I would be forced to face. If I took full action towards my goals, success, I would be forced to face. Get specific. Izzy, what truth? I would be forced to face. Hannah, being seen. Okay, cool. I want you to go deeper. You would be forced to not have control over how people see you. Being seen is still victim narrative. It's like, I'm scared of being seen. See the difference, guys? It's like, no, where are you responsible? Scrolling on Insta. Uncertainty. 10 a.m. sleep in. See, that specific, Sarah. Some people are saying vulnerability. I'm like, come on, be specific, guys. Like, that's not going to get you to wake up to your stuff. Vulnerable about what? Like, what is it specifically? Danielle C, don't know how to make content or public speaking. Epic. You've got a couple of skills to build. Cool. Be neutral around that. I think someone's off mute again. Um, my triggers, awesome. My wrongs, this is great. Oh, there's a lot of people. I'm going to make a mistake. Not being good enough. Trisha, you're being a victim in that too, again. See, not being good enough. Like, I have to face not being good enough. I think you could be more specific with that. You are good enough. We all are. But you have to face where you're still not a match because of behaviors and actions that you're doing on a daily basis. Get specific. Lisa, unworthy is once again victim. So, and it's true. Sometimes we actually aren't worthy because our behaviors and our actions don't match what we actually want. But it's more about where I spend too much time on my phone, where I'm actually incredibly lazy. Like it's more owning what you're actually doing. Okay. Becky, this is so triggering. Yes, it is. Welcome to shadow work. It's triggering because it's actually moving something internal in you. Where the love and light stuff just fuels you, doesn't it? You feel good, right? But it doesn't actually do anything. It keeps you in this illusion that everything is perfect as it is. You're perfect. How you proceed through life is perfect. And the only reason you're not getting what you're not getting out of life is because you need to manifest more or because you have this invisible fear. Okay, so I want to ask you, would it expose a lack of skill, poor discipline, how inconsistent you are, your level of emotional maturity, potentially an unrealistic self-image? Sometimes we think that we're more motivated than we are. Sometimes we think that we're more consistent than we are. Sometimes we think that we're more creative than we are. And we realize, okay, cool, I've got skills to build. That's okay. That's okay. But it's about owning them and being honest about them without shaming ourselves, not, doing secrecy. So I want you to say this next line slowly to yourself. Fear of success protects me finding out who I actually am right now. Fear of success protects me from finding out who I actually am right now. It does, doesn't it? Fear of success protects me from finding out who I actually am right now. It makes you address how you're being lazy, how you're being inconsistent. It makes you address all your stuff, all your shit. Now, I want you to read everything that you wrote. Just look at it for a second, guys. And I want you, who can see the secondary gain in their problems now, like how you benefit from not succeeding. Cool. The choices. Who's starting to not believe the fear of success anymore? Who's deleted it already? Who's willing to just be responsible for themselves moving forward and is done being a fucking victim? Yeah, 100%. Can you even see now you're going to look at people differently who pull that excuse? You're going to see through their bullshit, aren't you? You're going to be like, you just don't want to take responsibility for yourself. I'm done projecting onto others. Okay, you guys are really done. I want the skills to stop being lazy. Fear of visibility is not real. Yep. It's a bit embarrassing, really. It is, but it's not because we're all doing it. We're all in this together. We're all in this together. Okay, so you're clearly done with it. So this might be confronting, it's triggering, but it's also relieving. It might be triggering right now, but after a trigger, you also get awareness. You get change, but only if after today, this moment, you continue on the work. If you have this amazing moment, you're like, I'm so triggered, this is so confronting, and then you don't do shadow work ever again, then you're going to continue to be in your problems. Okay. You're going to continue to be. You can't look at your weakness at once and then expect it to go away. It's a consistent dedication to looking at your stuff. Okay. Who can also see now that fear of success is like the biggest victim badge? Like it's literally just full blown victimhood. Full blown victimhood. It is, isn't it? It's the biggest cop out. Yes, Mitzi. It is the biggest cop out. And when people say that you've got it and that's their oh my God, like this is your big moment. I'm going to give you the answer to why you're self-sabotaging. And they say it's a fear of success. They also don't have to call you out on your behavior. So there's benefit to them as well. So there's benefit to you. You don't need to examine it, but the person telling you that also doesn't need to call you out. So how do we delete this lie? How do we delete this lie for good? How do we delete it? I'll tell you. You commit to facing this part of yourself. You continue after this event. You become better at self-honesty with yourself. Like you commit, I'm going to delete the word fear of success. I'm going to delete I'm not good enough. I'm going to delete that I have a visibility fucking wound. I'm going to delete that I have a fear of rejection. I'm going to delete I have a fear of judgment. You're going to delete all of these things out of your vocabulary. Who would do that? Like, who actually would do that here? Kel's like, yeah, fucking I will. Yeah, she's like, I feel like you've been like, yeah, that's actually what you need to do. You got to do the shadow work. Everything that you did today was shadow work and shadow work only. Shadow work and shadow work only. And it's the only work that I've done for nearly 8 years now. And in the past 8 years, I've had to do less personal development than my whole life because of how quick this shit works. See how it gets to the core? I literally have asked you guys maybe 6 to 8 questions. And look what's come out in your paper. Look at that. Who's gotten more answers from today than like years of personal development? Shadow work works because it's honest. It's honest. It is simply honest. Okay, I'm going to spend a little bit now doing the Q&A. So if you've got questions, things that I haven't answered. So if I don't want to be repeating what I've said. So questions, put them in the chat box and I'll answer. And while you guys get your questions, I'm going to pick someone who was on the call and who also posted on their stories to win a lifetime membership to my work, to my app. Charles is going to help me. Oh my God, she's just given the winner. The winner is Gemma, and your Instagram handle is main character movement. Where is she? Yay, Gemma! Congratulations. This is amazing. Welcome. You're literally going to get a lifetime membership to my work. So that means in Shadow World, you literally get shadow work every single day, every month, every day. You have so many resources. You're going to plug in, you're going to get it immediately. I think there's like 13 months of shadow work in there. Like it's freaking incredible. It's a place that I spend most of my time. Okay. Let's get into the questions. I'm going to answer the ones that I feel is going to benefit the group the most. And that is specific to this call. So I don't want to go into random parts, okay? And really short questions so I can quickly and about ourselves. What do you think about hypnosis and the subconscious? I think that is important work Hypnosis, I actually used to do that. That's actually how I first came into this work. I was a hypnotist and I got a 100% success rate with getting people to stop smoking and quit alcohol. And I used to always pair it with shadow work because once again, it's leaning back and expecting someone to do the work for you. And that could work temporarily, but it sets you up in a dangerous cycle that every single time you've got a problem, you're paying someone else to like get a behavior out within you. And like that's just not sustainable in relationships, is that? But I definitely feel like you need to pair it with shadow work for long-term results. Before I was doing it with shadow work, I was not getting the results that I was getting when I was pairing it with shadow work, which is self-responsibility work and self-honesty. Okay. Oh, this is a good question. How do I maintain compassion for others who are still in their shadow self? When we are activated by other people being in their shadow, it's because as long as we focus on them, we don't need to focus on ourselves. It's a distraction. This is where a lot of people they get on the personal development journey and then they get triggered by everyone else who's not on their personal development journey. Who's been there where it's like my parents aren't doing the work, my partner's not doing the work, and it's like you hit stagnation because you can only go so far. You've actually gone back into the shadows with them, focused on everyone else, triggered by everyone else, blaming everyone else. Like it goes into that mode again. How to address the fear of rejection? There is no such thing as a fear of rejection. Um, we've spoken about that. What we fear is how we're going to respond to rejection. We don't fear rejection, we fear how we will react to someone rejecting us. That's simply what it is. Are we going to end up in a deep dark hole? Are we going to go back to drugs and alcohol? Are we going to, give up on ourselves? Are we going to shame ourselves? Like we fear what we're going to do to ourselves once that happens. When you put the focus on someone else, you stay a victim. I'm fearing rejection. It's like, no, I like to feel good about myself. I like everyone to like me. I want everyone to love me, right? I'm obsessed with everyone thinking I'm amazing. That's the true honesty. You don't fear rejection. You're obsessed with everyone liking you. That's the true shadow work. See how the difference of victimhood and self-responsibility? Because if you fear rejection, then nothing will change because you will often get rejected in life. Cool. Don't work on it. Have that forever. Commit to it. See how that happens. See where that works out in 20 years. Rejection is never going to go away. We need to build ourselves to become people that can experience rejection and not give up on ourselves. See how shadow work is very different. The love and light world will give you these words of like fear of rejection, fear of visibility, fear of judgment, but those things are never going to go away, guys. So why are you trying to work on things that were never going to go away? It like actually makes no sense. It's why people are spending tens of thousands of dollars in the personal development world and getting fucking nowhere because they're working on the wrong things. You can only control yourself. Your thought on anxiety and overthinking, it's self-obsession. Anxiety is a form of self-obsession. It's only being attuned to your feelings and your needs, what's going to happen to you. There's an imbalance of internal awareness versus external awareness. When we're externally aware, we're aware of other people, how they're feeling today, what's going on in their lives. We need that internal, external equilibrium, a balance. People with anxiety, they're too internally focused and not enough externally focused. There's an imbalance. So we work on this literally in my shadow work app. There's literally like so many trainings on this. But ultimately, if you are fearing other people judging you, you get insecure around people, you have anxiety, you overthink, you need to stop thinking about yourself. You're self-obsessed. You need to admit that. And you need to actually start thinking about other people a lot more. Is there a place that you need to get in order to start this shadow work? No, absolutely not. You can just start. And Steph, I'm going to make this less scary. If I
Oh,
said to you, it's like saying that you need to get to a certain place to be honest with yourself. No one needs to get to a certain place. Like shadow work is just self-honesty. If we want to like just simplify it, it's self-responsible work and it's self-honesty work. Amelia, what if mind goes blank when trying to find the secondary benefit? Give yourself more time. If you've never asked yourself this question, it might take you an hour. If I said to you, you could sit there for an hour and you'd get the answer, would you do it? A lot of people give up so quickly, and I say this all the time. Like your mind doesn't go blank. You've only just given yourself probably 3 minutes to answer that question, and it might be a question that you've avoided. I don't know how old you are, Amelia, for 33 years, right? People don't give themselves enough time to contemplate. There's no such thing as an I don't know. You challenge yourself, you sit there with it. People give up way too quickly. That's why I said before, where I wasn't going to entertain, I don't know the answer to the question. It's just like, this is the first time you've ever asked yourself this question. Like a proactive person who actually genuinely wanted to work through these would be like, okay, cool, I'm going to schedule time after the call to sit with myself and ask myself that question again. You have to be prepared to sit with yourself. Um, okay. This is a great question. What about wanting approval of the parents? Who feels that? I definitely can feel that with my mum still. It can come up. And we get to explore that. I'm not saying that things go away, but it's about constantly contemplating where that's a distraction. But ultimately, what I would say the main thing, the most brutal thing that I can say, you've got to grow up. You've got to grow up. And that can be one of the hardest things to hear because it's like, oh, it's simply like a maturity thing and choosing to have that maturity thing, but also seeing where, for as long as you focus on the approval of your parents, you don't need to work on where you're so addicted to approval. It's like being a child and still needing attention from your mum and dad, right? And throwing a tantrum on the floor. So I think there's got to be a level of accepting that you're attention seeking. Being like, oh, I'm actually doing things to get attention from my parents. Because when there's a want for approval, there's attention seeking behaviors playing out, right? Once again, I spoke about this prior. I know I was self-sabotaging my business because I wanted my mum to worry about me. The approval came out in shadowy ways of wanting approval, like wanting attention from my parents. And I literally kept myself broke to get that attention, right? Okay. Um, Good question, Tegan. Should I be calling people out when I see they're stuck in victimhood or just fully focus on myself? I would say focus on yourself. Unless you're getting paid to do it, like focus on yourself, but also you don't need to tolerate it as an answer. Right? So if you are in a relationship where they're being in victimhood, you could say, hey, like, I would just love for us as a team to just be focusing on like where we can actually change. Would you be open to that? Right? But a lot of people actually on this call will use this call as a way to focus on other people's faults now and other people's victimhood, which is once again your shadow. Um, okay, there's a lot of questions about like how to start this work and like where had like a lot of this stuff. Actually, I'm actually just going to show you guys something. Um, a lot of this stuff is actually in my app, and you guys, I'm going to actually show you guys right now. Actually, Charles, would you be opposed, even just short term, if we offer the lifetime offer on this call? I knew we said we weren't going to do it. Would you be open? Where is she? I'm gonna look in the chat. Okay. I'm gonna show you guys something and I'm gonna go a little bit rogue just because I feel like you guys would get so much value from this. There's just like so many of you guys that like literally like you're in the beginning phases of shadow work. So I have a shadow work app and I'm actually gonna share my screen right now so you guys can see it. literally everything that you're asking is literally what my app Shadow World is about. Those in Shadow World can like testament to this. It's fucking crazy. So this is the web browser to my app. It is going to be the perfect thing for those who are new to shadow work. Like every single thing, every single question around like self-sabotage, knowing the difference between intuition and self-sabotage, procrastination, ADHD, anxiety is literally in this app. And it is perfect for beginners, but it's also perfect for people who've been doing personal development for a very long time. So I'm going to take you through a couple of different things. The first thing that you're going to get when you plug into the app is you're literally going to get a beginner shadow work course. So if you've never done shadow work before, there was a few people who were like, how do I know I'm ready to start shadow work? I don't know anything about it. This is like a quick beginner shadow work course. It's going to take you through literally how to do shadow work. Like I think that all this takes like less than 20 minutes. And it's very easy to understand. Also, when you get into the app, you're going to get content like this every single month. So we've got things on spotting your shadow self. So people who have been saying like, I don't know how to get the answers. I don't know how to see my secondary gain. I don't know how to see my behaviors. We have a whole module dedicated to learning how to spot your shadow self. We also have one, actually someone in the chat box is talking about owning their projections. Um, we have a whole module on that. We have a whole module also on like goal setting for the new year. This is honestly, we did this last year. It is incredible. Like goal setting on steroids. Like this completely changed my life. This, like doing this goal setting process that we did last year. There is a whole module. Plus, I'm going to show you guys all the resources. This isn't just what you get on self-sabotage. We literally have main trainings. We have a breath work on it. We have a full journal on it. We have PDFs. We have hypnosis sessions on it. Like we literally have like so many resources. This one's really good for people who struggle with being dysregulated. We have a whole month on like nervous system regulation from a shadow work level, which is like epic. We have things in regards to scarcity when it comes to like money and stuff. So if anyone is struggling with scarcity when it comes to money, you're going to love that month. It is literally finding out your money archetype, so how you actually interact with money and how it's like self-sabotaging. We have one on self-worth and explaining the actual truth, like the real reason why you have low self-worth. There's like literally so much stuff. We have productivity. This was a game changer for people with ADHD. We had so much feedback in regards to people like completely becoming like really productive human beings after doing this. There's like 20 trainings on it. Like you could literally go for gold. And there's new content every single month. And one of my most favorite things is the shift sessions. We have all these different like little like modules that you can plug into the moment that you're spiraling, you're triggered, you're about to self-sabotage, you've just self-sabotaged, you're in a shame spiral. You can plug in here and there's like literally like content on content where I take you through like pretty much live. It's like me being your one-on-one coach where I take you through step by step on how to get out of a trigger. It's honestly a game changer. Oh my God, there's so much. Like I'm gonna like only do one more thing, but even like shadow work journeys where I guide you kind of like this, step by step on how to like figure out why you self-sabotage. So if anyone is struggling with like figuring like out those questions a little bit deeper, you're going to literally have trainings and trainings like where are you dysregulated, figuring out what's your responsibility in a relationship and what's not. Like there is literally like hundreds of stuff in here for you guys to explore. We did an incredible Becky, it very much helps with binge eating. Like you need to be in the app if you aren't. Um, so at the moment, it is $25 per month to get into the app. That's USD, $25 per month. Last month or a few weeks ago, we ran a lifetime offer, which I'm actually happy to offer to people on this call for a limited amount of time. We're probably going to be able to do it for a couple of days. Is instead of $25 for a month, every month, for $197, you get lifetime access. So as long as you're alive, as long as I'm alive, you get access for one payment. Literally. Like it's, yes, health of attachment styles, and it's available lifetime access. Like you literally, you have this literally forever. We have never done this before. When we opened it up, I think last month or a few weeks ago, hundreds of people took advantage of it. And we lost probably like, I think $350,000 in recurring payments because everyone in the app went to this lifetime offer. It is USD 197 USD. Tiles has actually just dropped. Oh my God, Tiles, you're the best. A link to join. And you know what I'm just going to do as well? Anyone, the first 20 people to join this lifetime offer, I'm going to give you a free coaching call with me. Like the first 20 people. So the link is, I'm just going to send it again, but I'm just going to send it to you guys again. So the first 20 people, you're just going to get, oh no, I just did the question again. And let me know if you guys do it. Is going Okay, if you've already made your one-time payment, I'm going to come up with something good for you. Don't worry, Melissa. I'm going to come up with something better for you guys. Don't worry about it, Marissa. I'm going to have you back. You'll get an email from us in the next couple of days. I'm going to come up with something for you guys differently. But for the first 20 people, is anyone in, Towels? The first 20 people, I'm going to give you a mastermind call with me. It's USD, 197 USD. First 20 people to join now will get a flow ticket. Yes, let me know if you guys join. But why I want to say this as well, setting yourself, you'll literally get a lifetime membership. We drop content there every single month. Like every single month, you get shadow work every single day. Every single day. I'll send the link again. Give me a second. Oh my God, I'm like excited to see who gets the. Oh, it's not letting me copy and paste, but Charles has, oh my God, Melissa, Emmy, Kelly, Olivia, okay, 4 people have already taken it. That is super, super exciting. Is there any questions around it as well? You can ask me questions. Oh my God, Ruben's in, Chelsea's in. Okay, cool. So Shari, okay, cool. So it's going to be like 12 seats left for it. Okay, Bronwyn, Annabelle. Okay, cool. There's going to be like 10. There's no payment plans for lifetime. Someone asked, does it get absolutely exhausting? It absolutely doesn't. The one thing about Shadow World that you will love, it's all quick training. So everything is usually under 20 minutes. And that is the beauty of shadow work and my style of shadow work. Whilst we've been on this call for like an hour and a half today, it doesn't usually take that long. This would be like the longest training I've ever done in my life. Usually they're 20 minutes. And I believe a lot of us are spending too much time in personal development. Like we're spending way too much time in personal development. Where's the link? Just go up above and Charles, maybe Charles, could you inbox it to me on, because it's I for some reason I can't find the link. I'm gonna just send it to you guys now. I think there's only 5 spots left though. I'm gonna try and find. No, it's not in passwords. Give me a second. Links. I'm gonna give you. I think there's only a few spots left, guys. No, it's not in my link thing. Give me a second. Copy and paste. It's not letting me copy and paste for some reason. No, it's not letting me copy and paste. I mean, Ari, okay, I think all the 20 spots are in. So I'm going to actually give it another, I think I'm going to give another 20. And we'll do 2 calls, Charles. You know what? We'll do two coaching calls. Okay. So 2 free mastermind calls with me where you and I are literally going to go back and forth. I love how Molly was like, I already opened the app to prep for this call, so hopefully it works. I love that you did that. I'm going to give 20 more people. And it's a lifetime membership. It's a lifetime membership. Also, can I just say, if you are in Shadow Club or if you're in Shadow School, which is the higher tiers, you can still purchase the lifetime membership for Shadow World because if anytime you downgrade, you've got it for life. So if you're currently, okay, Jade, you're in. I've just verified with Charles. Amazing. They're already going, okay, there's now, when do we know we're in the top 20? You will get an email. Anyone who's currently in, you've got the mastermind call with me. Okay. And I'll just call it soon and be like, now it's done. But anyone who's currently paid, and we'll work off time now, I guess, in some way. How many people do we have left now out of 40 towels? I'm trying, the app won't let me in. Oh no. Poor Talia. If I pay this now, how much is my shadow school membership each month? So your shadow school membership will be the exact same, Amy. But then if you ever downgrade out of shadow school, which you probably maybe will, then you've got that for life. Um, you've got that for life. But Tiles and I have also been speaking about, which we might actually, I feel like I'm just going rogue, Tiles, sorry. But I think we might come up with something for those in Shadow School where it's like if you get the lifetime membership, we might change the price for you. I think that that's probably a good idea, Tiles. Could we do that? Where like anyone who joins Shadow School, we make their membership cheaper in Shadow School. We could do that even as well. How if I just join the lifetime membership a week? I'm interested in the mastermind call. We're going to get something else for you. Don't worry about that, guys. So everyone, to just make it clear, don't worry about that. If you joined the membership a week ago or 2 days ago, whatever it is, a lifetime membership, I'm gonna give you guys a good treat. Um, how do I know I'm already a member? Because I have the app and can't remember if I already do. I would say email Tals. Email Tals and she'll find out if anyone's ever having any difficulties. Just email team at felicitymorgan.com. Um, it's a 197 offer only valid for this call. I'm gonna maybe a couple of days. Do you think, Tals? A couple of days. Okay, cool. A couple of days. We were actually not meant to do this anymore. And our agency as well, who we're working with as well, thought it was like literally the dumbest thing that we've ever done. Um, and when we saw our reoccurring income go like this, it was here and then it went like down to here. But I also just feel like, who cares? This feels so unhinged. I actually feel like I'm being unhinged right now. Um, okay, cool. This is a good question. I don't get the Shadow School versus lifetime membership. Does anyone want me to show them the difference between Shadow World, Shadow School, and Shadow Club? Okay, cool. Haley's like, yes, please. I've been dying for this. Okay, cool. Let's let's help you guys out. Okay, so there is 3 tiers in the app. 3 tiers. The first tier is Shadow World. So that's usually $25 a month. That's the lifetime membership we're talking about. It's $25, $24.99 a month, but it's $25 a month. You are going to get all of this every single month. I do a theme in there. And when you join, you get access to every single thing I've ever done before. So this is some of the themes. Like that was delivered all in 1 month, right? So there's a lot of like, they're all quick, under 20-minute trainings, like super easy, plug in, plug the fuck out, go live your life. You're not sitting on 1 hour trainings every single month. Also, every month you get a shadow work journal. Every single month you get a shadow work journal that you get to print out and work through. So if you love journaling but don't know how to guide yourself and like you're like, I don't know what to write about, every month you're going to have that covered. So this is what you get. You also get tons of shift sessions as well. So it's like pretty much me as your one-on-one coach, guiding you through stuff. So when you're triggered, when you're feeling shame, when you've just had self-sabotage, like you get a lot of stuff like that. You also get shadow work journeys. These are like very like hypnosis, getting into the subconscious, guiding you through self-sabotage in your shadow. Amazing. You also get like quick resources. So if you are someone where you are mid trigger and you're just wanting to like check on something, we literally have PDFs where you can ask yourself a question. Like I'll show you this. It's actually crazy. Like the value in this is so quick. If you guys ever wanted to, with something you've had a fight with your husband or your partner or a friend, and you're like, I just want to take myself through a journaling process. Look at this. We literally like have step-by-step ways on how to do it. So if you don't want to watch a training and you just want to be like self-guided by yourself, we have so many things like that. So that is Shadow World. It's beginner friendly. It's not a lot of work. All trainings are under 20 minutes. It's incredible. We also have instant answers where like you get Q&A. So you can ask me questions and then I record a voice message back, which is like incredible. And look how many questions there is. Relationships, self-awareness, emotional mastery, money. Like there's tons of stuff. Then you've got Shadow School. Shadow School is the tier up. Shadow School is the tier up. And this is where you're getting all my programs. So you're getting all my programs. These are for people who really want to take their shadow work seriously. If you went here, you could actually coach people in shadow work. Like that's how thorough it is. It is so thorough that you wouldn't not just learning your own shadows, you're like able to coach other people on it. It's mind blowing. It's full blown mastery. You get Conscious Baddie, my signature shadow work program, which is worth $4,000. You get a relationship shadow work program. This is all about like destroying and dismantling unhealthy relationships. So if you constantly attract the same people, the same friends, the same partners, and you don't know why and you want to stop that, this program's amazing. We have a money program. I literally teach you how I built my 8-figure wealth and how I literally created like my business. Like it's literally like it's all about wealth building. And how the shadow work required to actually stop self-sabotaging. Anyway, it's amazing. There's all these different programs, right? But when you're in shadow school, you get everything for free in Shadow World. Okay. Then you have Shadow Club. So Shadow Club is Shadow School plus Shadow World for free. But then you also get mastermind calls with me. So this is where you're on a live call with me 3 times per month. One of them's a business call, working on your shadows, where we're back and forth talking, right? So they're the three. Sorry. So each time you go up a level, you get for free the bottom level. Does that make sense, guys? Like you get for free the bottom level. So Shadow School is $89 per month. Shadow Club is $299 per month. All of them are cancel anytime. Anytime. Is there any more spots left for the mastermind call, Charles? If it's full, I'm gonna add another 10. And then I feel like I swear I'm done. I can't say I swear I'm done because I'm very excited. Can't wait for my coaching calls. It's too right. How long will the calls go? Are you talking about Sarah for how long will coaching call? It's too right. How long? Oh, someone's cool. We will see. We will see. It's two, right? Yes, we're going to do two now. Do you share your health and fitness process in there for the weight loss? Yes, absolutely. We're going to be doing a month on that coming on, and I'm going to be sharing my exact process. But the self-sabotage month, this one, wait a second, that is in Shadow World, the one with the lifetime membership. My husband and I, did this. We redid this one, and Charles just redid it too. Charles just my head of operations manager just redid this too. This month, breaking self-sabotage was a game changer for me. I've done this journal, I'm not even joking, probably 6 times. So even this journal that's available in the lifetime membership, when you get the lifetime membership, you get this. It was a game changer. I just got back from Vietnam about a week ago and I brought this with me. And I was doing this every single day. It's a month worth of shadow work to do. Like this in itself is worth the $197. Like I can't even explain to you. Like it's just an absolute game changer. I go to this journal all the time, but every single month you get one of these journals, which is amazing. So just to be clear again, when you get the lifetime membership, you get everything in here, like everything in here, and every past training plus every future training, right? Rebecca Talia's morning is ridiculously busy. Okay. I'm 100% going to get paid tomorrow, so I want your mastermind call. Is it a one-on call or group? It's a group call. So it will be a group mastermind call. Please hire an assistant for Talia going crazy. Okay. Okay. So anyone, if you have currently purchased the lifetime access on this call, you're in the mastermind call. So no one freak out. Okay. But I feel like we're gonna have to start wrapping it up soon. Okay. I'm just gonna see if there's any other questions. Will there be a replay for this call? Yes, it will be, but it'll only be available for a short time, and then it's going to get moved into the Shadow World app. So if you want this replay for live, it's going to be in the Shadow World app. So if you want to you want to have the access to this, then get into Shadow World. Okay. Okay, there's 10. Oh, that was 2 minutes ago. There's 10 more to go. Can I still get the call if I have to wait for your team to let me know if I already a member? Okay, if you send the email now to Charles, how about this, guys? If you send an email to Charles now about any problems, any questions, I will gift you the mastermind call. If I have to do another 4 calls, I'll do it. Um, that's fine. That is completely fine. Um, whereas I'm Shadow World in the growth portal, yes. Um, okay. Is there a one-time payment plan for Shadow School and Shadow Club? No, it's a monthly at the moment, which is amazing because you can cancel it any time. Tell said there was 5 spots to go 2 minutes ago. Um, please add how to reach regarding mastermind call. What's Tales's email? With the mastermind call that's offered, we will reach out to you with details when we schedule it. It'll probably happen in the next couple of weeks. So you don't need to reach out to Tales. You'll get all the emails. Tales will find your email, and we will reach out to you with all the details, and give you plenty of time. Like we'll give everyone like maybe like a couple of weeks notice so everyone can like schedule their stuff. Um, uh, to clarify, for joining today, we get one-on-one calls, or is it the mastermind? If so, how many people in mastermind calls? So anyone who is currently joining the lifetime membership today will get a mastermind call with me. This is where you're going to get the opportunity to be coached by me one-on-one, meaning I will take you off mute on a Zoom call in a group of people. And you're going to see me coach others, and we're going to go back and forth and be coaching you live on a call together. The value also in that is you're going to see me coach other people, which is super valuable. Um, will we be receiving an email to confirm we're part of the mastermind? Yes, probably later today or tomorrow. But once again, anyone who's currently purchased, it's 8:58 a.m. for me currently right now. Um, and for the next little bit, we'll close it up in a second. We'll be able to get the mastermind call. If I have to do a few different calls, I'll do it. It is completely fine. Cool. How do I join? The link, Tars, can you just send the link one? We'll just keep sending it, I think, like every couple of minutes. And I feel like is it. Is everyone good now? Is it time to wrap it up? Is anyone still trying to get in? Um, Brianna, if you have paid before now, then you are in and you've got the mastermind call. Who got in? I feel like we've gotten a lot of people. Amazing. You got in, April. Me. Amazing. Ruben post this link. Me. Okay, cool. There's a lot of people joined. A lot of people joined. Okay. Is anyone else still trying to get in before I wrap it up? Is anyone mid trying to get in before we actually stop it? Because we will stop the link. So Shadow School and Shadow Club is different, correct? For lifetime access. Yes. Yeah. So Shadow World is a lifetime access. Shadow School is like, it's a school. So it's got all these programs, in-depth programs. And then Shadow Club is the mastermind. The mastermind is not the free call you're going to get if you get lifetime access. The mastermind is getting 3 calls with me per month. If anyone is interested in that, send a message to Charles. She can send you the link. We actually don't have any spots open right now, but I will take on 5 extra people, but that's it. Like that's all we could fit in the mastermind right now. Like make sure Charles, only 5 people. If you're interested in the Shadow Club mastermind, that is $290. $299 per month. You get Shadow World for free. You get Shadow School for free. Plus you get 3 coaching calls with me per month. It is a smaller group. It is quite a small group. And yeah, we jump on 3 calls per month where you get shadow work coached by me, and it's cancel anytime. Will there be any future discounts on Shadow School if can't be lifetime? Remember, it's Shadow World. Shadow World is a lifetime access. What's the other money program we talk about? Not Flick Money, but can't find in the portal. Flick Money is the money program that I was actually speaking about. But there is a module in Shadow World on scarcity that is all about money. So if you're wanting to work on your money stuff and you don't want to get into Shadow School, Shadow World, which is the lifetime access, is going to have that as well. Will there be on a discount on Shadow School if you purchase Shadow World today? Okay, yes, there is. So anyone who does just want to get the lifetime access to Shadow World plus join Shadow School, we're going to work that out for everyone in Shadow School in the next couple of days, and we'll get that sorted for you guys and make it cheaper for you guys. And I can't offer that again though. That will be like the last time I ever offer that, because when you join Shadow School, you're already getting unlocking 30,000, sorry, $25,000 worth of programs. Like it's huge valuable. Like it's massively valuable. Um, where is that? I'm in Shadow. What are you looking for, Elisa? Or Alyssa? Amazing. Tal just said that she's going to, if anyone is purchased a lifetime offer, but you also want Shadow School, so meaning all my courses, Tals is going to hook you up with a wild deal. You just got to message her. Let me know what, at least what you were talking. The journal you showed earlier, that's in Shadow World. It's in Shadow World. Um, it's in the growth portal under the self-sabotage one. So each month you have a journal. So if you just click through the growth portal, every single month we have a new topic and there's a journal attached with the trainings and the resources. Yeah. What is the link to sign up for Mastermind? It is not a public link, Stephanie, because it's currently closed, but 5 people can get into Shadow Club, but you just got to message Charles. Her email is team@felicitymorgan.com. So if you just message her, I'm just going to write her email in the chat box. I think there's already been a couple of people have joined Shadow Club already, so there would be only a few spots left. So if you want to do that, you're more than welcome. But we won't be opening up spots for Shadow Club for probably a few months, a couple of months or something like that, quite a while. Oh, it's amazing. Notice crazy. Thank you. Notice crazy fast shifts in my life when I did shadow work, journaling daily, and staying plugged in. Honestly, guys, when you do shadow work daily, it's a game changing experience. Like it just shifts things so quickly. One of my most favorite things about Shadow World as well is you get daily shadow work, like a daily shadow work prompt to work through yourself. Like it's very very valuable and it works quickly. Um, can you repeat the prices again? Yes. Shadow World is either $25 per month or $197, and you get lifetime access, meaning as long as I'm alive, as long as you're alive, you're going to get access to Shadow World and you're going to get shadow work every single day and every single month. But that lifetime offer, we can't continue to offer that for much longer. It'll probably go for a couple more days. And I think we've got to close the mastermind call now. Is there anyone else getting in the mastermind and the extra call? Is anyone taking advantage of the lifetime offer currently in like mid checkout? Is there anyone mid checkout? 10, 9. Okay. Okay, wait for you. I'm waiting for you guys. Just let me know when you're done then. So, Yerland, the price for the school and mastermind. So the price for Shadow School is $89 per month. And then the mastermind is $299 per month. Shadow World is $25 per month. Or we're doing this crazy deal where it's $197 for a lifetime membership. Plus, you're going to get a mastermind call with me in the next month. Okay, getting my card up. Would love to if I am coming week. Okay, just waiting for one person who's getting their card up, and then we are going to close the lifetime offer with the bonus mastermind call. Okay, let me know, and then we'll just completely close it, and then that will be the end. No one else? I think we close it now, and we just get that one more person in currently. Oh my God, this is so exciting. Welcome. Oh my God. So many people to chat about. This is incredible. Well, thank you for today. How is everyone feeling? How is everyone feeling? Like it did it like it, even like the fear of success, is everyone kind of like convinced like that's a bullshit narrative now? Um, like that is just so exciting for me. It will automatically show up in your account, Amy. Amazing. Excited to try something new and challenge my thoughts. Well, I just want to say to you guys, like, I'm just so proud of everyone who was here till the end of the call. Like, a lot of people would have been defensive. They would have shut things down. I said to you, they would have unfollowed me. They would have been like so committed to their victimhood. And I just want to like say, like, I'm so proud of every single one of you that just stayed open to a new perspective. Um, yeah, like I'm really proud of you guys. This work has completely changed my life, and actually didn't change my life. It actually made my life and made it what it is today. And it's, as I said to you, it's the only work that I do now. And then lastly, if anyone's having any trouble getting in to Shadow World, all you need to do is make sure that you message Tal. So team@felicitymorgan.com. Sometimes there can be problems if you're already a member. You have to open it up in a browser. If you are not currently a member of the app, or like you have never downloaded the app ever before, you can do it via that link, and you can do it via your phone. So you can do it just via like normally. But if you are already in the app, you have to copy the link and then put it into a browser. Is that correct, Charles? That's correct. But any problems, we are happy to help you, and Charles will help you. Don't message me on Instagram because I can't help you via Instagram. And I don't do any of the tech side of this business. Charles pretty much does everything when it comes to tech. And then I feel like that is pretty much it. Is there anything else, Charles, or is that good? I think that's good. Thank you, everyone. Have the most amazing day, and thank you for being open to shadow work today. Thank you so much. Have the best day. Bye, Philippa. I got kisses. Bye, everyone. Bye.